Oh, okay. It attacked. Okay, so this is addressing the 1455 Facebook page. I just want to go over what's been going on with stuff lately. I did not feel like writing out a massively long text post because that would have required far too much effort on my part that I do not feel like putting in. So I'm just going to sit here and talk about it instead. Painting on the locomotive is still ongoing, although it's paused for the moment because of the rain. And it's been raining like half a day to a whole day just the past 2 weeks. And the week before that, I was down in New Jersey doing a different project I've been involved with for a very long time. That bigger project, the big Alice Chalmers engine, did sort of stop me from putting something else out there that happened recently. I think maybe a year ago, I put on the page, and yeah, Owen, you remember this, you commented on it, something about, I made some comment about pretty big news coming up in the near future, but I didn't tell anyone what it was.
Oh, the green 1455?
No, the green one was better. I like that. But, what was I going to say? Yeah, so the big sort of secret surprise we had that I mentioned a long-ass time ago was that I took the whistle off. Which some people might have noticed if you dropped by or seen the thing. The whistle is missing from the photos. I took that off a while ago. I raised quite a lot of flack actually for taking it off from certain groups, but it came off. It came off because it had to. It was starting to deteriorate from the weather quite a bit, and I was worried about stress cracking in the brass whistle body due to it being threaded into an iron fitting. When I got it off, took it all apart, cleaned it, and a few weeks ago I was down at the Jacktown Summer Festival, whatever they call it exactly, down in Pennsylvania, and I had the whistle with me. And they were actually kind enough to let me put the thing up on steam there on top of their boiler. It was only at about 80, 90 psi, not full bore, it's meant for 200, but it still sounded great. I got a couple of good recordings of it.
Ready? Got them locked?
So that's what's been going on. There's been, yeah, I said the painting's been on pause for now, as has been work on the brakes. I know I've probably mentioned a couple times that's something I want to get done. Right now I need to try and get back a hold of a tank company I was looking at getting it from, Storystown. I need to get back a hold of them. Once I get that done, we'll be ordering a tank up. I've got to make sure that they stick to the drawings because the end flanges are a little bit unique. And then get that together. I don't have a timeline for when that's going to happen. That's going to happen when it happens, as a lot of this is. I like to avoid sticking to a timeline. Brake work is still going to happen, but it's not happening necessarily right now. But no, getting the tank is the first step. After that, I'm going to send out the brake valves for rebuilding. They'll need it after all these years. Other than that, what's been going on? You noticed anything going on lately, Owen, that I'm forgetting? Oh, he's pretending to not be here again.
Absolutely nothing.
Okay, that's good.
Sounds accurate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a whole lot of nothing. I still have other work to do. I've got several projects going on at once. As for lettering on the locomotive, that's going to happen as well. I actually need to email that guy back now I think about it. So many things to do. going to make a general statement, and I'll actually take the time now specifically to reply to a message I'd gotten a while back on the page from a guy named Dylan Lambert. I know you'd made a comment about, we were talking for a little while about what I wanted to do with the engine and how I wanted to get it cleaned up and really done as professionally as possible by ways of at least a cosmetic job. You'd asked, well, what do we do then, because it's going to be sitting outdoors. That's a fantastic point, and I wish I could say I had a better answer than that'll just have to suffice for now. Even though that seems a little bit irrational to go through all that work just to let it back outside, doing so effectively arrests what decay there has been, pulls it back, so if it starts to go downhill again, we're at least starting from a better position next time. No, it's not the perfect solution, and I wish I could say there's better ways, but right now we don't have any sort of a real shop here, any sort of a building for storing stuff in. That's something we'd like. I don't know when it's going to happen. It's been talked about for a long time. It is something we're planning to do, but again, there's no time frame on it for a lot of reasons. That's come up a couple times when it comes to this locomotive, and specifically what we're trying to do with it. We're not right now aiming to make it run within the next few years. It's what we all want to see happen, but it's a long-term sort of thing, and right now we're trying to take the steps to get the foundation in place to do that long-term. Whether it's here or somewhere else, that's sort of the idea. And, it's getting me totally went down there. Right in the middle of the city, I love it. But that's sort of the concept of the project. We're not necessarily making it run right now, but we're not doing anything to let it stop from being run. What are you doing? Oh, you're trying to do a piercing in your hand. Oh, yeah, well, you don't need teeth anyway, that's fine.
Are you going to include this whole thing in the video?
I'm probably going to chop it down, because I'm getting really rambling and making less sense.
You are.
Look, I have no script. I have no idea what I'm doing. Look, I turn wrenches. I don't talk about how to turn a wrench. Alright, might, never know. Okay. Camera was being held in a vice because there's no such better tripod as an engineer's vice. Looky here. Look what we have. It's a whistle. It's back from being tested on Steam. It's back from my house now in the at the Railway Museum. We're here in the machine shop car. This is where we store all the machine tools we'll put in a shop at some point. Most of these are all three-phase machines, and we don't have three-phase in here, so good luck. But I've been just doing some basic work in here, and I'm using it right now for painting up this whistle. Once I'm done with it here, we're actually going to build a display case for it. It's going to live inside the museum with a couple of other of our whistles that we'll have on display with it. And you'll probably have, because I have recording of it now, there'll most likely be a little push button here, recording of it. And since we have it off, if we do something like a whistle blow in the future, or we take it to a Steam festival or event like such at Kent, or back at Jacktown, Rough and Tumble, whole ton of stuff we can take it to.
Kent.
I said Kent.
Yes. Kent's the main one.
Yes, Kent is the main one. It's also the closest. I'll have to give a longer post at some point explaining why I took it off in the first place if it isn't obvious. Anyway, the camera battery is dying. I hear someone coming, so well, it's just visitors.
People.
Yeah, they're meandering. Alright, well, that should suffice the video for now.